Life speaks. It speaks through struggles and success, through music and messages, the preconceived and the unexpected. Whether you are in the depths of the valley or in the midst of your mountaintop experience, everyone needs to be encouraged from time to time. Here we will share stories of strength, testimonies of triumph, verses of victory, observations, and information meant to touch the heart and uplift the soul, to keep you on your path of purpose and navigate this thing called life with power and authority. This is Andrea L. Hines, and I'm your host for When Life Speaks, here on ALH Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Streaming Inspirational Broadcast Network. I am glad you accepted the invitation to join us tonight. There's something in this broadcast just for you, and if it is going to be a blessing to your life, it will be to someone else as well. So share, tag, start a watch party, and invite someone you know to join us. Then turn down the volume of life and get ready to receive, so that when life speaks, you'll speak life. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to When Life Speaks. Hey there, Lynn. How you doing tonight?
Almost got busted. Almost got busted. I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and it was like, wait,
The people couldn't see you, but I could see you. I
was like,
Happy
Jesus,
Thursday
help me.
to you, ma'am.
Happy Thursday to you too.
Yes. And happy Thursday to you, Miss Francina. And happy Thursday to you, to our South Carolina connection, Miss Angie O. Glad to have both of you in the house tonight. I think we've got some more people who are going to be coming in and joining in with us. And just glad to have you here. Glad to be here. We're going to have just a short program tonight. We're not going to have a long program. At least I don't think it's going to be long. It's kind of a reminder segment. And when I sent out the invitation, I said, we're going to just be talking a little bit about the lighter side of life, because I tell you what, it's been a lot going on. A lot of prayer requests have been coming through. And it's not light stuff, guys. It's things that are really heavy health issues, heavy issues with loss, and just a lot that's been going on, and a lot unexpected. We never expect. I guess we're always in a posture to expect the unexpected. I guess that's the way to put it most of the time. Hey there, Bernice. Happy Thursday.
Hey.
And Miss Linda Cooks, happy Thursday to you as well. Glad to have the villagers on the line. Some of our folk are on the line tonight. But we were just thinking, and Lynn and I had been talking about the fact that, we have forgotten in some cases how to laugh. Hey there, Zerlina. Good evening to you.
Hey, Zerlina.
Yeah, we find it difficult to find something to feel good about. I guess that's the way I want to put it, or be joyous about. And we have to do that. Sometimes it's not right here. It seems like we're getting the blows of life right here, but we don't get the lighter side. Sometimes we have to really search. Sometimes we got to really dig. We got to really dig deep. But before we go on with that, and we got some of the villagers on the line, so I want to ask them a question, and I want to ask you too, Lynn. I think I sent something over to you in the notes, but I don't think we really got a response from it. But on our program, coming up on May the 5th, on Thursday, May the 5th. That's going to be our program right before Mother's Day.
Okay.
Mother's Day goes both ways. Sometimes it is a day of just celebration and great joy and great memories and things like that. And some days it is very, very, very hard because people have lost their moms or lost the woman or women in their lives that have meant so much to them. But I don't really necessarily want to do a Happy Mother's Day program. But I do want to do a program where we give some shout outs to women who have made an impact in your life. And tell us why. I don't care whether it could be a teacher, it could be a neighbor, it could be somebody at church. Could be a cousin, could be a friend, could be, sometimes our frenemies, we want to thank them too, because if they hadn't put some stumbling blocks in our way, we wouldn't be where we are right now. So,
correct.
What do you guys think about that? I need you to weigh in tonight while you're on the line, because if that's not something that works for you, then we'll go in a different direction. But I got Francina, Angie, Bernice, Linda, Zerlina. Just kind of put in the comment section if you think that's a go. And we'll contact some of the other villagers and see what they think about it. So if you think we need to do some shout outs, because you know what, things are changing so quickly, things are happening so fast. And, this is about the lighter side, so I don't want to start on a morbid note. But the truth of the matter is we're losing people we love. And we don't want to do that. Angie says it's a go. It's a go. Okay. Well, Angie, don't forget to send me your person. Okay. Zerlina, it's a go for you. Okay. And let's see, we got anybody else? Okay. We got Linda, Bernice, Francina. You guys tell me what you think. And we'll go on from there. Okay.
Bernice says she likes the deal.
Okay.
Idea.
Okay, so Bernice is a go. Okay. All right. And we'll see where we go from there. Good. That's looking good. So that's what we'll do. And that's going to be on May the 5th, guys, on May 5th. Lynn, I think you're with me that night too. I think you got two.
I think so.
Okay.
I do believe so.
Great. Glad that you will. Well, you know what? Francina says, yes, good for you. Okay, Francina, we got you down. And if there's anybody you guys want to reach out to who's not usually a part of the village, but who may come on the line from time to time, feel free to do that, because we want to make it a happy show. Different people impact our lives in different ways. And it would be nice to call those folks out sometime. When you say give me my flowers now
while I'm alive.
Yeah. And just say, why they're important to you, what they've done for you. I had a teacher when I was in 4th grade, and y'all know I'm up there, right? But I remember my 4th grade teacher. Her name was Miss Simons, and she took me to see my very first play. And it was My Fair Lady, and it was a musical, of course. And she opened my eyes to theater. And I've never forgotten her for that reason. That's the very first live performance I ever saw. And she opened up something to me that really changed my life and put me on an interesting path. So you guys may have some folks like that, and we want to know who they are. We want to know who they are, and we want to be able to to give them a shout out on May the 5th. So we will be doing that on May the 5th. And tonight, though, we wanted to give you a reminder tonight. And Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 4 says there is a time to weep and a time to laugh. And we just wanted to talk a little bit tonight about what brings you joy, what makes you laugh. If you got a funny story that you want to tell or share with us tonight and you didn't get a chance to do that, please go ahead and do that now. You can feel free to put it in the comment section if you like. But Lynn, you know I'm coming to you first. I always come to you first. I don't know why it's a surprise to you anymore. But you look, I can let you go first, or I can talk about you first. Which way you want to go?
I don't think you should talk about me at all. That's rude. No. Let's see. A funny story?
Sure. You got funny stories? Tell us a funny story.
What was the question though? Funny story or something that brings you
what brings you joy, or is it something that makes you laugh? What makes you laugh?
Well, I have one for each category. How about that?
Okay, good.
Let's see. Let me do the first thing that makes me laugh, are my kids in daycare. And I've shared this story with my mom, and I'm gonna be really, really quick. You know, I have children, but my oldest child is 4, and my youngest, he's just started to walk. But I have like 2-year-olds, and my 4-year-old wanted to play hide and go seek with 2-year-olds who have no idea what hide and go seek is. So watching them trying to play the game was absolutely hysterical because, first of all, the 2-year-olds have to know how to count. So while my 2-year-olds know how to count, the 4-year-old started it because she was thinking that they would be able to jump in. But she's counting and she gets to, she goes 1 through 10. We get to 11, 12. The numbers are like 18, 33. I mean, like we were doing football call outs. It was just like, oh, this is an absolute mess. So she finally, the 2-year-olds are literally standing there looking at her like, what is she doing? It did not register to them what was going on. And she turned around and she acted like she didn't see the 2 children standing there. She said, I wonder where they went. And I'm like, they're right there. So the other 2-year-old decided, okay, she was going to be it. So, when you play hide and go seek, you normally do this. You normally cover your eyes and you count. Well, because it was new to her, she was counting like this. So that was my funny moment. I always have some sort of funny moment with my kids. There is always something going on that you just have to sit back and go. You remember that book that came out years ago that said everything I needed to know in life I learned in kindergarten? Yeah. Everything I need to know about an adult is watch the children in daycare, because they do some amazing things. But I have to say the thing that gives me joy is people know that I have 2 children. My daughter, who sometimes has anxiety and panic attacks, and sometimes she goes through different things. It's the process of becoming an adult. That's what I call it. The process of becoming an adult. Sometimes when you're trying to navigate through it, it's not always easy. So she has a little bit of depression every now and again. But I had the opportunity. We interviewed April, and who's the CEO of the Honeybee Society. We interviewed her some time back. But when she launched her Honeybee Society, Jasmine went with me, not thinking she was going to be the photographer for the weekend, but she ended up being the photographer for the weekend. And there's a picture. There happened to be a couple of other ladies that bought their not younger children, but I would say late teens, mid-adult kind of ages, 3 of them. And there's a picture with the 3 of the girls together. 2 of the young ladies had attempted suicide. dealing with some really, really heavy issues. But the joy that I had on that particular day, and I still look at that picture, is the smile that was on her face that day. Because it was a smile of just total blissfulness in her. So to see that smile again, that's the joy that I had, because that would look like, it looked like every weight and care that had been troubling her had been lifted off of her. And the funny thing about it is that she's not looking dead on to the camera. She's looking up. And she's looking up, and her smile is just so big that I absolutely love that picture of her, because she was at a place where she was totally and completely happy. So that's my joy. That's the thing that brings me joy. Other than my grandson, whom I absolutely love. But
Mr. Tyler.
That's Mr. Tyler.
I think that we get joy a lot. The joy that we get, particularly as parents, is in watching our children achieve.
Yeah.
Watching them get those aha moments, or watching a door open for them that was not expected. And I think for me in particular, and probably for those of us who love the Lord, it is a joy when they discover how good he is, when he becomes their God,
right?
And not just our God.
Right.
That's a joyous moment and a joyous time. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate your stories too. But we can find joy in anything. We can find joy anywhere. I reached out, and Angie said Angie wouldn't give me a story. Angie said her stories were too long. She just so I didn't press her about a story, but she did. She did say she likes comedians, and I know this is kind of a smorgasbord, so we're kind of all over everywhere. But people have different things that bring them joy. But she enjoys Sinbad. She said the comedian Sinbad.
Wow.
And I like Sinbad too. Sinbad is still one of the few clean comics that's out there. And I also like a guy called Michael Jr. You can find him on YouTube if you haven't heard of him before. Very, very funny guy. Marcus D. Wiley, who is on radio a lot. He's another good comedian, and I enjoy listening to him as well. And she likes to play on words. She likes Michael Jr. too. She said she loves to play on words. She likes comedians, and she likes corny things.
I'm reading this and I'm like, oh my God, really?
One of the things she said.
Oh God.
You ready? What if Forrest didn't run? Angie, you might be out there by yourself, girl.
No, I like the other one that she gave.
What's that?
What did the quarterback say to the vending machine? What? Give me my quarterback. That's what she has. Give me my quarterback. What did the quarterback say to the vending machine? Give me my quarterback.
And you know what? We may have that wrong, because I think it's what did the coach? Is it what did the coach say, Angie? I think I messed up your because I think it's supposed to say, what did the coach say to the vending machine?
I still like, what did the quarterback say to the vending machine? Give me my quarterback. Oh my gosh. I mean, I love comedians as well, but y'all, I can't tell you the comedians I like. If she says it was supposed to say
it was supposed to be the coach. I'm sorry, Angie.
She made it real bad for you right there, Angie. You know, my comedians are they're controversial. You know, I love Cat Williams. He is he's not Christian. He's gonna drop some words we probably shouldn't listen to, but he is funny to me. He's just how he just puts things into perspective sometimes, and how he sees it. He's like, I like Cat, but he's my funny one. But I hadn't heard anybody mention Sinbad in what's this, 2022. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, it's a segue really, because Angie's talking about words and the play on words. And we talked about children and kids. I don't understand. Is that the person's name, or is that the Facebook handle or something? Nikita B, comedians. You'll have to dig a little deeper for us, Angie, so we know who that is and we can find them. But we're talking about kids and akin to okay, gotcha. What makes me laugh is when people get the words to things mixed up.
That's not nice.
It's not nice, but it is so funny. There was a song that Jasmine had turned some words around in, and I can't think of the name of it now. But Lynn, I remember something that you said in school.
Don't you dare. You better not. You better not.
What do you say, Village? Should I
No.
And
you better not.
But
you better not, or you'll be on here by yourself. You better not. You better not do it.
Oh,
no.
Lynn, please.
No.
Please.
No. You better not. There are other words we could do.
But
like when people say future instead of fuchsia.
Fuchsia instead. No,
future. I like the color future. You know that future color? No, that word is fuchsia, not future. You don't see your future in color, but okay.
They're begging.
No, I don't care if they begging.
Angie,
if you want to tell a story, you tell it private. You tell it privately, not on the air. No. No. I won't be back here on the 5th.
I'll send it, Village. I'll send it to you privately.
That's rude.
And you'll never have to tell her. You'll never have to tell her, Bernice. You won't have to tell. Bernice said, "Inquiring minds want to know."
Did nobody ask Bernice?
So bad.
Did nobody ask Bernice? Nobody asked Bernice. No, Angie. No. No. This is not the Shame Lynn show. This is not it. No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. We'll move on there. We'll move on. Bernice, guys, has some nice things to say. She said the things that bring her joy in her life are quiet times with God and self-care by simply going to the park, taking a long drive to enjoy quiet time in her car, or taking a long, hot bath to relax. Movie night with granddaughter brings me joy and laughter, because we are laughing and talking about the movie and eating popcorn in the bed. So, we are with you on the movie and popcorn tonight, Bernice, because I tell you what, that'll help you wind down in a minute, and it'll make you feel good at the same time.
I do like the whole hot bathtub, the tub thing, but when you get to be a certain age, you can't get out. You need to make sure people are home. You can't be in there by yourself. What was it? Somebody had a garden tub. Those things are deep.
Yeah, they are.
Garden tubs are deep. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. And I had all of my bath salts and bubble baths. Man, that was the best bath until I had to get out the tub. That was comical because nobody was there to rescue me. So I looked like the last polar bear trying to get out the tub because I couldn't hoist myself up because the tub was higher than I thought. So it was literally like just slithering out the tub. I can't. I'm too old for that. And I don't think you're supposed to put a stool inside the tub and act like you soaking in it. I can't get out.
I think you got to do what you need to do.
See, even Zerlene, she said, yes, Lynn. And I hope she's saying yes, Lynn, to my story about the tub and not, trying to get more information on what I said wrong. Y'all not going to be my friends. Y'all going to get blocked.
He says it's a task to get out, but it is a treat. It's a treat while you're in there, but a task to get out. But we were talking about eating popcorn and everything. So Francina shared this, and you got to picture this, okay? Francina, you're a good sport. But picture this. She says, while watching TV and eating some popcorn, we like our TV and our popcorn. She said, I dropped some. So instead of getting up to pick it up, holding onto the arm of the chair, I bent down, fell out of the chair, and the chair toppled over on top of me. After fussing at myself and trying to get up, which I couldn't, I started laughing out loud at myself as I was trying to figure out getting up off the floor. It took a while because the chair had wheels.
Oh.
So I had to scoot to my bed to pull myself up. And boy, did I have a time getting up. Francie.
She said that,
Francie,
and I remember.
Thank you for the laugh, because we need to laugh sometimes.
I remember being at church, and it was literally the last row, the back row, where they bring out the extra chairs. So these were folding chairs. This person was a tall person. They were a tall, thin person. And they were leaning back in the chair. And when they were leaning back in the chair, not only did they fall backwards, but the folding chair closed them up in the chair. So, and if you know anything about me, so when I saw that happen, it was like, and I had to turn because I had to do whatever I could not to laugh. And so people, the people, and so security was coming over, was like, "Let, don't come ask me if I saw that. We're not even gonna talk about it. We just gonna act like I know."
Look, Francina says she went to her doctor's appointment, then to the store, then to the park before I realized my pants were on the wrong side. Now, I have done the inside out thing, so I can't just laugh at you, Francina. I have done that and done it more than once, but that is better than going to church and thinking that you are looking your best and realizing that you have on two different shoes.
Nope,
not even the same color.
Nope. We had a time when it was everybody get in line and we're gonna do that lap around the church. Yep, I got in line to do that lap around the church. We came around the side of where the media department is or where the tape department is, and I had to stop. Now, it wasn't last. There were still people behind me, but I had to stop because the elastic in my slip had broken. And so I couldn't figure out what was going on and why I couldn't move, but the slip had fallen down and had wrapped around my ankles. So I had to kind of like shuffle off to the side and pick my slip up. I didn't run anymore. I just got out the line because you can't You can't make up for that. I've walked to the bus stop in DC. I had a leather coat and I kept trying to figure out, why are these people looking at me? Now, of course, me being me, I thought I was looking really good. I thought I was sharp because everybody was just turning and looking at me. And I'm standing at the bus stop and everybody at the bus stop is looking at me. And I finally realized, why is everybody looking at me like that? And I get on the bus driver looks at me, I sit down and I go to brush off something on my coat and realize I had walked 2 blocks with the leather coat inside out.
Inside out.
Inside
Who's that,
yes.
Francina? You another inside out person?
Yes.
Angie,
The lining. I'm
done it.
brushing off the lining and I'm wondering why they're looking at me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've walked to the car thinking I was dressed. I'm rushing out the house. I walked to the car, cranked the car up. I went to brush something off my lap, realized I hadn't put my skirt on.
Let me tell you, if you don't have a mirror near your door,
oh my word,
get one. Because I have caught so many wardrobe malfunctions at the door, and turn around and have done a double take in the mirror and think, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I tell you what, Francina, hold it, because we're gonna need it later. I want to be able to get to something Antonio sent us tonight. I did Angie and Bernice and Francina, but Antonio talked about joy, and he said, I find that joy is a great direction of priorities: Jesus, others, and you. When has Jesus, who calls me friend, made me laugh? When has Jesus made me laugh? I believe it would have to be his continuous signs and wonders. I just laugh and shake my head as he shows me time and time again that he is sovereign and in control. How many times have any of you had something happen? You pray to him, you've talked to him about it, and he will give you an answer through somebody else or through an entirely different situation. And it is not the answer that you want, but you know it's him. And the only thing you can do is sit and look up to heaven and say, really, Jesus,
I tell them often, you got jokes.
Is that what we do today? Yep.
You know,
we get it.
I work, being in daycare, mommy, when I first started doing the daycare, my thing was, God, send me the people who need me. Well, when I said that, I was really thinking in my mind, children. What I realized is that it's not always just the children as much as it is sometimes the parents who need me as well. And I was talking, this was just really last week. And I said to him, I said, I said to send me the children who need me. His response to me was, I did. They're my children. And I was like, you got jokes. You know what I meant. That's not even funny. You knew exactly what I meant.
Hey, I see Pastor Kelvin has popped in on us. Hello this evening, sir. Glad to know that you're here, and glad to know that you are feeling well and doing well. Glad to have you in the house tonight. Okay, Antonio talked about Jesus. He said others. He said, my friends and family are consistently creating joyful moments for me. I'm smiling now as I type this. Laughter is medicine for the soul. And the you part is he said, I've learned that it's important to ensure my joy, or any other fruit of the spirit for that matter. It's not dependent upon anyone else. It's just on me. I can be fully content and full of joy all by myself. When a good song comes on while I'm cleaning the house and break out in dancing or singing, that makes me joyful. Or when I'm getting my cardio in, running on a beautiful spring day in Atlanta, that joy rises up. rises up. And I think it is a good point. Francine, I don't know if you can type what happened at church. If it's not too long, go ahead and type it in and we'll try to read it before we get off the line. But you know, when I think of what Antonio said really about Jesus and about others and taking care of yourself, Lynn and I were talking right before we got on the air, and we said, you know what? Sometimes you got to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
The hard things in life and the things that come that kind of gut punch you and are not the things that you expected, especially when things are going wrong. They're always here. They're
Mm-hmm.
always like right in your face. You can't get around them. You can't deny that they're there. They are right there. Sometimes the joy of life and the laughter on the lighter side is not that easy to find.
Right.
Sometimes you got to look for it. Sometimes you got to search it out. Sometimes you got to try to find the half full in the situation and not lean on the half empty, which always seems to be staring you in the face, even though it's the exact same thing in the exact same place. So we have to remember through the good, the bad, the ugly, through everything that happens, there is a lighter side. There is a lighter side. There is a place where we can find joy. There is a place either through our children or through different scenarios or, you know, whatever it is. There's so many things that can bring us joy. And sometimes just the gratitude that we have when we look about and think about there but for the grace of God. There but for the grace of God go I. Francine, are you going to be able to type it out? If not, I don't want to wait if you're not going to be able to do it. So just either say yes or just say another time so we'll know what to do exactly. I tell you what, we've got some other things coming up while I was getting ready and preparing for this show. God was talking to me about he came that we might have life and have life more abundantly. And as we think about joy and laughter and the good times and the good things, because there's always something good that is going on amidst struggle and amidst, you know, all of the other things. But and this is something I'm going to be sending out to the village the first part of May. So you all get ready for it. What's abundant life to you? What does abundant life mean to you? What do you think about when you think about abundant life? How can you have an abundant life? So we're going to be talking about that in May. And I think that's going to be May 19th, because I think that's the next time that you're with us in May. And I like to have you on when the village comes on. So that's what we're going to do in May 19th. We're going to be talking about that abundant life. And on May 5th, do not forget, send it to speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com. Speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com. And give me your shout out, the person, the woman that you want to celebrate and say good things about. So we will be able to play it on that Thursday, which is the Thursday right before the celebration of Mother's Day. And I always like to call that the celebration of just special women in our lives. Women birth a lot of things. They birth,
yes, they do.
They birth visions of things and businesses and all kinds of things, and not just children, not just children. Just children. Francine said another time. Okay, Francine, I'm going to hold you to that. And if you want to send it to me at speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com, I'll already have it and we'll already be ready for next time around. That's all we have for tonight, guys. I hope we made you laugh a little bit. I hope that you had an opportunity to take something to the lighter side tonight. We've got a lot going on, like I said, and sometimes you just need to laugh. You just need to laugh as loud as you can and as hard as you can, like Lynn wants to do right now, because I think somebody's knocking on her door. So that's it. I tell you,
you know who it is. It's your granddaughter who doesn't have her key.
7:41. So we're coming in the home stretch. But I thank you all for being with me. She said somebody's knocking. In their song about somebody's knocking
at the door. You gonna have to wait. I'm on the live.
That's what happens. That's life. That's life. That's what happens. Join us back here next week at 7 p.m. We won't be on the lighter side, but keep that in mind as you go through the next days. And as you go through, period, know that there is a lighter side to life. Come back. Join us at 7 p.m. Turn down the volume of life and just be ready to receive, because when life speaks, you'll
speak life.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, guys.